And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now.
It says here, Oprah Diddy party photos that were leaked to the public.
Now, I've been seeing a lot of people saying that Oprah was a part of these Diddy parties, and I'm not gonna lie, I just couldn't believe it. In my mind, Oprah Winfrey's getting a little old, and she can't really participate in the the activities. But it turns out that Oprah Winfrey's a little freak.
50 Cent has dropped shocking claims that Oprah Winfrey might be in trouble after Diddy allegedly snitched on her. Rumors swirl about deep Hollywood secrets, prompting speculation about Oprah's next move.
You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did
you've been heavy on social
he
media
did
talking
it.
about
He
it.
did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Rapper and producer 50 Cent is developing a documentary series focusing on the misconduct allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. The series, directed by Alex Stapleton, is set to be released on Netflix. Though a premiere date has not been announced, 50 Cent has been vocal about his concerns regarding Diddy's behavior, expressing that he knew something was not right for years.
So was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of or a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way according to them. And look, if I didn't have an award-winning director doing it, if I hadn't put the right people in place to produce it properly, I would understand why they would question or doubt anything that I'm doing. But you go to the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac. Yeah. It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations.
A Twitter user, Juju, recently posted about 50 Cent's latest project, saying, 50 Cent has been making a Diddy documentary for the last 10 years and just sold it to Netflix. The tweet included an image of the documentary titled Diddy Do It, sparking major online buzz and speculation. Recent events have thrust Oprah Winfrey into the spotlight due to leaked footage from Sean Diddy Combs' parties. This development has not only intensified the legal challenges Diddy faces, but has also cast a shadow over Oprah's previously unblemished reputation. The footage, which surfaced online, has led to widespread speculation about Oprah's involvement in these gatherings.
Now, what I find more concerning is, why would she be doing this to this man right here? We all know his past. We all know the reason why he is in jail right now. We all know the reason why he is in jail right now. But I guess my baby Oprah has a little thing for people like this, which is why I'm starting to believe that she was at these Diddy parties. Now, we have this video right here that might actually change your entire perspective of Oprah, because I watched already 4 minutes into this video, and it was very shocking to hear what I heard. I had to stop it when I saw this picture and come reacting to this with you guys.
What people are going to say once all this cools down, whether it's him going to jail, him not going, I just wonder what people are going to say. Because, I know Oprah had so many people on her show dealing with, like, I got to choose my words carefully, man. YouTube be, boy, they be. But when it's dealing with men and women, y'all know what I'm trying to say. The DV. You'll figure it out.
Oprah Winfrey's impact on Hollywood is profound, with many viewing her as a cultural icon whose opinions carry substantial weight. Her talk show provided a platform for a diverse array of stories, yet some critics argue that it occasionally served more to advance her personal viewpoints than to offer an unbiased forum. This perspective suggests that while Oprah has been a champion for many causes, her influence may have also been wielded in ways that prioritized her narrative over others.
Oprah is no longer in the business of staying up on the news. She's reading undoubtedly from blue cards her staff gave her. That's how the Oprah Winfrey Show was shot. Oprah didn't have to think of her own questions. It was all impromptu or on a blue card for Oprah. She doesn't know she's not making big news with this revelation. She says she'll sign the same shitty so-called border bill that they rejected the last time because it would let 5,000 illegals over the border a day.
Yeah, this is the best she can do, by the way. When they give her the talking points in advance, when they say, we're going to have a girl stand up, that poor girl who talks about her childhood sexual abuse. And what does Kamala do? Oprah, I don't know if you've heard this story, but you know when I was in high school, my best friend was being abused by her stepfather. And I said, we've heard this story so many times. And it makes me crazy because she is using this poor woman's abuse as a valorization of herself.
So true.
It's so disgusting.
Within the entertainment industry, Oprah's authority is often seen as formidable. Insiders suggest that her ability to shape careers has fostered an environment where few dare to challenge her. This perceived power has contributed to a culture of silence, where dissenting voices are muted and critical discussions are avoided. Such dynamics raise questions about the balance of power and the importance of accountability in media and entertainment.
A lot of his guests are canceling their interviews because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Steve Harvey in Hollywood?
As Diddy confronts a series of serious allegations, attention has turned toward Oprah's potential connections to these issues. The leaked footage has prompted discussions about her possible involvement or awareness of the activities in question.
One of the biggest reasons we need to talk about Oprah Winfrey again was because of her friendship with John of God, a spiritual healer who believed he could channel the spirits of doctors and saints, and he would perform surgeries on people with his bare hands and scissors. Not to mention, John of God also literally essayed hundreds of different young girls and women, ranging from the ages of 9 to 67, and some of his victims included his own daughter and her daughter, his granddaughter, and he was also running a ring selling newborns to childless couples for $50,000, all while being a spiritual healer to multiple different celebrities, including Oprah.
Comedian Cat Williams has been notably outspoken in his efforts to reveal hidden truths about prominent personalities, including Oprah Winfrey. Unlike many in the industry, Williams appears undeterred by potential repercussions, asserting that his own resilience shields him from threats. His stance highlights the challenges faced by those who seek to challenge powerful figures and the personal costs that can accompany such endeavors.
Oprah, she's a little bit older. She has to be in tune with the young ones out there, with the younger generation. They want to see happy. They want to see color. They want to see positivity. They want to see Black excellence. They want to see them achieving things. They don't want to see themselves repressed in that mommy hole. Not at all. And that is, I think, where the situation is. They consider her a handler for the higher elites. And Kat has been calling her out. Now I'm finding out for years. The thing for me is that I don't think you can destroy somebody who's not afraid. Kat is not afraid. Kat does not rely on Hollywood for anything. He is self-funded. If he never works in Hollywood again, he doesn't care. I think this bomb was the perfect storm. I'm talking about Cat Williams, the Cat Williams interview. I think it was the perfect storm. And sometimes you don't see it coming for you, but it was already set in motion when you started with a film that basically America didn't want. Black America did not want.
A former partner of the late Tupac Shakur has come forward with revelations about attending one of Diddy's renowned parties. She recounts the presence of numerous high-profile celebrities, painting a vivid picture of the event's exclusivity and allure.
Like if I was gonna go, you know, we'd probably link up or whatever. So I was like, all right, I was going anyways before I knew he was going, but it was dope. It was everybody who you could think of at that time who was famous, but not as elaborate as his party started to get, you know, with like really A-list. But this was hip hop, this was R&B, this was the culture at the time. They were all there. Everybody was dressed nice. Some people in suits, tuxedos, sweaters, you know, just the vibes was, it was a dress up fancy party. The music was amazing. They had the stage, and that's where most of the, you know, industry people were at.
And who, if you could name like some celebrities that you remember being at the party, who was all at the party that night?
All of Bad Boy. Mary J. Blige was there. I don't know, I think Heavy D was there. I can't remember too many more people because it's like, these were people that I saw all the time at parties. So it's not like, wow. That was the environment too of the 90s.
Her account adds depth to the understanding of these gatherings and the culture surrounding them.
The drugging and the abuse and all the drugs that he's allegedly on. Are you surprised by any of the headlines?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Reports have emerged from individuals claiming they were financially manipulated at Diddy's parties. According to these accounts, attendees found themselves in precarious financial situations, unable to meet their obligations, and were subsequently offered monetary assistance in exchange for participating in questionable activities. This alleged pattern of exploitation underscores concerns about manipulation and consent within these environments.
They tell her they make it impossible for us to pay our bills, and then they make it illegal to be poor. Because what she was doing, she had started getting groups of people, and they were just pitching tents. And they had the authority was coming out there and saying, you can't put a tent right here. And they was like, but we can't live anywhere. Nowhere else for us to go. We can't afford to live. So it's like the middle class is disappearing. You feel like you're gonna have to move coming in the future.
Yeah, so I have a website called thecolony.life. So basically, I got 500 people who have pledged $2,000. That's $1 million bucks. So I've raised $1 million to purchase a swath of land, solar powered.
Oh, wow.
Little community. There's several other projects like this that's going on right now.
Right.
You can't save everybody.
Right.
Small groups of people, your tribe of people, you gotta break off and do your own thing. It's really the only answer. And we gotta get away from the Democratic Party.
The entertainment industry has long grappled with issues of scandal and exploitation, often involving its most prominent figures. The allegations against Diddy represent the latest in a series of claims that highlight systemic problems within Hollywood. These incidents prompt ongoing discussions about ethics, accountability, and the need for cultural change in the industry.
They would come to us and they would tell us about vanity and losing your mind in Hollywood and be careful. And they came back from Hollywood to try and expand us. And they sat us down and they're like, you ain't gonna believe what we saw. And I'm like, what did you see? And they said, we saw so-and-so, huge name, so-and-so, huge name, and so-and-so, big name back in the day, chicken hawking at a party. And I went, what? See, you're white. I said, what's chicken hawking? Everyone like, he's white. He don't know chicken hawking. I said, what's chicken hawking? That's when you hanging out with boys that are transvestites. I went, what?
A former bodyguard who served Diddy has provided insider perspectives on the nature of these high-profile parties. He recalls witnessing celebrities, including Jamie Foxx, whom he describes as being exceptionally close to Diddy. His testimony offers a glimpse into the inner workings of these exclusive events and the relationships that define them.
Yes, sir. That's exactly how it happened.
And were you at a lot of these freak-offs, I guess we got to call them?
So here's the thing. I only been to 3 of his events. Now, when the first part of the event is a normal socializing mixer, upscale, the who's who is there, it's normal. But when you see the guy come out with the black suit and he's collecting everyone's cell phone and then inviting them to another party, which I say it's layers to it. They're inviting you to another part of the party where everybody cannot go. You see, so then that's when discrepancies start to take place because, my business is predicated on protecting women mostly.
Heard something about Jamie Foxx possibly being involved with Diddy and on the wrong side of it. You know anything about that?
So, bro, I seen Foxx with Combs on several occasions at different events. Now, Jamie Foxx's family are the ones who reported Diddy to the FBI when Jamie Foxx went into the coma initially.
Really?
So that's how that all came about. His daughter Corinne and his mom were the ones who did that. And when people come and they ask Jamie on the street, he doesn't deny it.
Speculation has arisen suggesting that Oprah may have been complicit in some of Diddy's alleged misconduct. However, it is important to note that no concrete evidence has been presented to substantiate these claims.
Oprah Winfrey has been implicated in the Diddy case by federal authorities due to her alleged involvement in human trafficking. In a desperate attempt to evade justice, Oprah reportedly tried to OD. Gayle King, her close confidant, posted an update revealing that Oprah is currently in the hospital, suggesting she is trying to avoid facing the serious charges against her. Meanwhile, Oprah's public relations team is in overdrive, attributing her hospitalization to complications from the weight loss drug Ozempic. Additionally, reports have surfaced that Oprah was allegedly involved in harvesting children in Hawaii for their anti-aging properties. Speculation is growing that Oprah may emerge from the hospital with a disability, potentially silencing her permanently about the accusations of trafficking children from her African school and exploiting kids in Hawaii for high-profile elites.
Diddy's parties have long been celebrated for their extravagance and star-studded guest lists. However, recent allegations have revealed a more troubling side to these events, suggesting that beneath the surface, glamour lay instances of misconduct and exploitation.
Charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
Throughout his career, Diddy has faced numerous accusations, many centered on his treatment of artists and associates within the music industry. These allegations paint a complex picture of a powerful figure whose actions have had significant impacts on those around him.
Diddy was being investigated for a while and has been paranoid ever since. In the video, Justin just looks so broken, like he's saying, I've been having a rough time since you violated me and passed me around the industry. I mean, poor Justin. But if you increase the audio and get rid of all the background noise, you can hear Diddy say something to Justin that really explains everything. Seems like Diddy was checking to see if Justin was wearing some sort of wire before he uttered this veiled warning. As I'm sure you're aware, Diddy is being investigated for human trafficking, and it's alleged in the Little Rod lawsuit, he would take advantage of men and women under the age of 16. After Little Rod announced his lawsuit, Justin Bieber allegedly had a relapse and a mental breakdown. His alleged OD made wife's Hailey Bieber's dad ask people to pray for the couple.
Observers have drawn comparisons between Oprah Winfrey and Diddy, suggesting that both wield significant influence and have been implicated in broader controversies within the entertainment world. These parallels invite a deeper examination of power dynamics and the responsibilities of influential figures in shaping industry culture.
This is what so many people don't understand. A big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the from the predator, who is probably going to be somebody you know.
Right.
In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good.
Right.
Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. It's so confusing for children.
Yeah.
And when I first said this years ago, people were like, "You crazy," because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it.
Oprah Winfrey has faced criticism regarding her engagement with black artists, particularly concerning issues of compensation and representation. These critiques raise important questions about equity and the role of prominent media figures in supporting diverse voices within the industry. They also highlight the ongoing challenges related to inclusivity and fairness in media and entertainment.
I heard I was trending yesterday because people are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind-the-scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. So whenever I heard that there was something that people needed, I'm not in charge of the budget because that's Warner Brothers. You know, that's the way the studio system works. And we as producers, everybody gets their salary. That's negotiated by your team. And so whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem with the cars or there was a problem with the food, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.